Hello guys, we're at Dunkin'. Pookie woke up this morning and said, do you want to go get some Dunkin'? And I was like, yeah. Pookie woke up this morning and asked if I wanted to go get some Dunkin' Donuts. And at first I said no because I didn't want to drive. But then he said flip a coin and I called heads and the coin flipped and it landed on heads. So that meant that he had to drive. But we're at Dunkin' Donuts now. So I don't know what I'm going to get. Do you know what you're getting?
The Lord will decide. Hey, can I please do a medium black coffee?
Hey, can I do a large of those? Yes, please. And then can I have a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant? Can I do it on sourdough? Yes, please. That's all. Thank you. Okay, I got my Cocoa Cloud latte. It looks really good. I'm sad they got rid of the chocolate covered, or it was called the Toxic Espresso, and it was chocolate, raspberry, espresso, and then it had the chocolate cold foam, and this is literally the same exact thing, I think, without the raspberry. The chocolate cold foam was so good. All right, Color Besties, it's the next day. My microphone finally came in for this camera and for my YouTube videos, so I got the Video Mic Go 2 on camera shotgun microphone by Rode, and this is what she looks like. Very excited because I went with, oh, it does come with a connection, 3.5 connection. I ordered 2 of these, so I actually can use this Rode mic, my like portable Rode mic that I absolutely love, eat, sleep, breathe by. This is the best mic ever. If you want to start to improve your video quality and your sound quality, this mic. I think I paid $253 for it, but I can actually attach this mic onto this camera now with this piece, which is very exciting because when I am, I wanted to invest in a different camera because, or not a different camera, a different mic, it just depending on what type of videos I'm making. So very like head-on talking videos like this, a directional mic is amazing because I'm just yapping and talking to the camera. Now with that portable mic, it allows me to just kind of be on the go and talk and move with my mic and move with my camera. So if like I'm doing a thrift flip, a DIY project, cleaning my office, whatever, and just talking with you guys, that's great for that camera because I can just hook it up to me and go. Also, another thing about me, I love keeping the boxes of things because I'm like, I never know if I'm gonna need it. I never end up needing it. I just like keeping the box small but mighty. Cute. Here we go. Okay, here she. This is not as big as I thought it was going to be, which is great because I was so worried that this mic was going to be overpowering my camera. It's so cute. I'm so excited. Okay, I will BRB and hopefully you will hear the audio difference. Okay, she's working, she's on, and I can hear the difference. Wow, I am so excited. Let me know if you guys can hear the difference below in the comments. But she is I'm so excited. I'm so happy. So stay tuned for my audio to not sound like I am in a tin can. Yay! Hey, hi, hello, Corn Besties. I just finished a 2-mile walk with one of my pups, and we haven't had lunch, and I want, where else could you guess? Taco Bell. So I'm going to get some Taco Bell for lunch. We're gonna get Pookie some Taco Bell, and it is the first 75-degree day here in Virginia, and I feel like my soul is revitalized. I woke up in not a great mood, if I'm gonna be honest. And I came downstairs and I needed to go for a walk because I needed to be outside. I really just want to like work in my front yard and backyard today, but I need to work. So hopefully I can cut my day short today and just be outside because I need to just be outside. I'm feeling really overwhelmed with just life right now, and I just want to be outside. I'm like kind of debating about going to the beach. Don't have time to go to the beach, Kat. I could maybe do it tomorrow, but I kind of wanted to go to the thrift store tomorrow. But we're going. Let's go to Taco Bell. It's only appropriate to drive with the windows down, I feel, because gosh, you guys, it is so beautiful out. Oh my gosh. If I could live in a place that never got below 65 degrees, I think I would thrive. Let's head to Taco Bell. I promise I don't have a fast food obsession with Taco Bell. I genuinely love Taco Bell. I think it's a great price point for like if you're just doing like the luxe menu. I think Taco Bell has great price points for like multiple things, and I love getting multiple things. I don't like getting like one big thing, if that makes sense. Like I am the type of girly who eats up that luxe menu, the like dollar luxe menu, because I love getting like multiple different things, right? So I love getting the chicken stacker. Oh my gosh, if that is gone, I literally would be so sad. I think I'm gonna treat myself to the chicken bacon ranch fries again today because gosh, those are so good. I feel like 80% of my vlogs contain me going to Taco Bell. I think the vlog I posted the week, oh gosh, you fell over, are you all right? Vlog I posted like the week in my life, I think I went to Taco Bell twice. I really need to stop going. I go once a week, which I don't think is awful. Me trying to justify it in my brain. We rolling up to Taco Bell. We're next. Let's go. Hi, can I do the $9 Discovery Luxe box? A Baja Blast, please. And can I do, it's like the chicken stacker that y'all have, or sorry, I can't, the avocado ranch chicken stacker. And can I do the 3 cheese chicken flatbread melt? And then an order of your chicken bacon ranch fries, please. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm upstairs back in my office, and we are going to film a acrylic marker video for Instagram and TikTok, and I thought it'd be fun to have you guys just sit and watch. I came home from getting Taco Bell. I ate my Taco Bell, and then I tried to take a nap. Couldn't take a nap. After my, like, I went on my walk, we went to Taco Bell, came home, ate said Taco Bell, scarfed it down, inhaled it, and tried to take a nap. Just, I couldn't take a nap. I feel so restless. Every little thing was waking, like, you know when you'd fall asleep and then you hit that point of like something, there's a noise and you wake up and you're like, oh, I have to start this all over again. Tried doing that multiple times, couldn't do it. So I just wanted to try to take a nap to like re-regulate my body and relax. Couldn't do it, couldn't take a nap. So here we are back in my office. I made a little bit of pre-workout, and we're gonna do a acrylic marker video for Insta and the TikTok. Let's get into it. I just like need to chug some caffeine first. And then I'm gonna support it with some water. Film today, we're gonna be looking at 4 different types of acrylic markers. I'm not gonna like go through and like use them. I want to make a whole nother video dedicated to that, but I just kind of want to talk through the 4 different types of acrylic markers that I have. Okay, so I'm so tired, you guys. Good Lord. Maybe it was because it was so hot out. I don't know. Hey, hi, hello, coloring bestie. I heard that you want to learn more about acrylic markers. What are even acrylic markers? What do you do with acrylic markers? Which ones do I buy? You have like 17 different, there's like 17 different kind of acrylic markers. Okay, I hear you, and your coloring bestie has got you. I hope this video brings you a little bit more knowledge on how to do acrylic markers and what are acrylic markers and what do they provide for your coloring pages. As always, let me know in the comments below what other coloring videos that you guys would love to see from me. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so let's explain what are acrylic markers. Acrylic markers are essentially paint markers. They have a thicker consistency ink in them, very much like a paint consistency, rather than alcohol markers or water-based markers. The main substance in a acrylic marker is paint. So I've got different types of acrylic markers here with me that I'm gonna walk you through the different types and what kinds I personally recommend. So the first, now you might be wondering, what do I use acrylic markers for? personally as an artist, I use my acrylic markers to outline everything. If I want to add more detail, if I want to recreate a page, if I want to go over any black lines and I want to essentially just create a different design on the page, I'm going to go in with a thicker paint consistency on my coloring page and redo it. So I posted a ton of videos about how I use my acrylic markers, and if you watch any of my color with me's, I go in depth and explain how I use my acrylic markers in those ways. So my first, I've got grabby acrylic markers and I've got Ohuhu acrylic markers. I'm gonna break down each acrylic marker. I'm going to break down each acrylic marker really fast, and I hope to post another video going more in depth on each acrylic marker. So the Nahuku acrylic markers by Ohuhu, you see me use a lot in my videos. These are a brush tip type acrylic marker. So here is the round tip. You can see I haven't used them yet. And then there is that extra fine point tip. I put a Q&A on my Instagram story because I thought it would be kind of fun to answer the questions throughout the day. But then I kind of was taking a chill morning, unexpected. So now I'm gonna go back and answer some of these questions, but I thought we could also answer them here on the tube. So let's see what we've got.
Hey. Good morning.
Okay. Oh, you guys are literally so nice. How do I even respond to any of these? Okay, first one. Can you please show behind the scenes of how you draw on Procreate? Thanks, your art is beautiful. Okay, let's respond to that one first. Okay, first questions. Can you please show behind the scenes of how you draw on Procreate? Thanks, your art is beautiful. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Also, all of these questions are so kind. So first, quickly, this is my iPad. I use Procreate. I definitely am going to go more in depth about how I use Procreate on my iPad, and how I design my pages. It's a series that I actually am doing on my YouTube, if you didn't know. But I would say, here's my Procreate. I draw on it. The most important thing when you draw on Procreate is figuring out your pixels and your picture size, because if you are drawing essentially a super small picture and you expand it to a 8x10 or bigger, it's gonna be really blurry. If you go to print it, go to export it, it's just gonna have really poor quality. So you wanna make sure that your pixels and your dimension sizes are aligned with what you are trying to create. But I'm gonna have more videos come for this. Okay, first questions, can you please show behind... Okay, second question, what inspires you to draw your beautiful artwork? Thank you again, so much love. I love you guys. I would say I take inspiration pretty much off of like everything. I look out my window and I take such inspiration for like what I could draw and like how I could recreate it. And I feel like as an artist, personally, I'm very type B. So my brain goes blah, blah, like in this and this and this and this. And I have to like I have a notes section in my phone that like, when I get an idea, I write that down. If I see something that inspires me, I write that down because I'm gonna go back to it eventually. And then I'm gonna be able to like bounce ideas off of that. But essentially, I don't know. I just kind of like take a memory or like a core thing that I remember and I'm able to like create off of it. I'm able to like bounce ideas off of it. And I don't know, sometimes art doesn't have to be that deep, but sometimes you can look really deep into it. I don't know, everything inspires me. Okay, second question, what inspires you? How do I sign up each month, or does it automatically pick up? So I'm gonna assume you're talking about my coloring club, and essentially on the day that you subscribe, it will automatically resubscribe that same day of the month. So if you sign up the 15th of this month, the 15th of March, it will then reoccur the 15th of April until you decide to cancel, and it automatically processes, it automatically comes through. And if you ever have any like questions or comments, or you need to cancel, or you can't figure something out, you can always just send me an email. But this is one thing that I really love Shopify for. It's very good with like helping and assisting with like the subscriptions, and everything is like automated through Shopify. But it also is like me, like it's my website, my company, my brand through Shopify. And it just feels very official to me, and it just feels very secure, and I'm very proud of it. So yeah, it occurs the same day every month unless you cancel. When did you start creating art? How do you get inspired for your artwork? I'm mainly gonna focus on when did you start creating art. I feel like I've always created art from a very, very young age. That was like all I wanted to do, was just sit and create art. I was like that kid in school that would just sit and draw rather than pay attention every single day in school, and like I'd always get in trouble for drawing on my pages. So I've always just loved art. I've always loved coloring and painting, and I was very fortunate that I could go to like art classes as a kid. And then in my high school years, I went to like a dedicated arts high school where I feel like it definitely inspired me, and I take a lot of that knowledge and I'm able to put it into my content creation and Photoshop and Illustrator and all of the things. But I started art very, very, very young, and it's always stuck with me, and it holds a special place in my heart, and it's a huge part of like who I am as a woman today. And yeah. This is a good one. What's your backstory? How'd you get to where you are today with your cozy corner? This is, I feel like I've gone into depth with this on a video on my YouTube. Essentially, I created a TikTok about 2 years ago, and it was dedicated to teaching. My background is being a teacher. I was posting teaching content, spreading positivity, sharing classroom ideas, and then I was told I can't post teaching content anymore, and I became really depressed, and I was like, I need a new hobby. So I picked up coloring, and I started like posting about my art journey and coloring and like everything that I loved about coloring, and people started to eat it up. People loved it. So then I built my TikTok up to like 125,000 followers, and then I was like, let me start on Instagram, because I hadn't been posting my content here on Instagram. Don't know why. So then I started posting my content here on Instagram, and the same thing, like you guys are really enjoying coloring and like just my content, and that's my backstory told in a minute or less. I could go way more into depth with it because there's a lot more to it, but that's my story in less than a minute. Dreams from the future, coloring from Denmark. Absolutely love that. That is probably the coolest thing about this whole thing, is the people that are literally across the globe that we are connected to. It's mind-boggling to me. But plans for the future, definitely. I'm getting into art markets this upcoming season, which is so exciting. I'm so excited to do art markets, and I would love to see if you guys are able to come, or if you're in my area. I'm definitely going to be posting more about that. My coloring book launch. Publishing a coloring book at Illustrated is the biggest thing on my to-do list, and I'm working every single day diligently on it, let me tell you. But what not many people talk about is how long it freaking takes. It's taking me so long because I have to have everything perfect, precise, beautiful, or else I'm not satisfied with it. I don't feel the satisfaction of I did a good job. So markets, coloring book, stickers. I want to start coming out with stickers and just continuing to grow content, make my YouTube bigger, and dreams for the future. One of the goals I set for myself this week was to figure out how to create a sticker, because I have yet to like successfully print and cut it with my Cricut. So I set myself a goal this week to do it. I designed a cutie little flower pot that I want to do. This is the sticker vinyl paper we're going to be using. I got off Amazon. This is vinyl sticker paper for inkjet printer by Avia Paper Group. And see what we can do. Duh, silly me. I need the app on my phone. Oh, also, if you're wondering what that noise is, I have my printer going because I am printing everything for the March Color Club. There. Okay, so what I'm essentially doing now is I'm uploading my image, my drawing to my drive, and then I will be able to upload that to Cricut. Let us see. Yep, there she is. I found her. Okay, now we're gonna go to... Okay, I just printed the first sheet for my sticker that I ever did, and I didn't do the flower pot. I created this rainbow picture a few weeks ago, and the rainbow says every time you create something, you give hope a new place to grow. And hold on. I want to put a holographic sheet over it. So I'm going to pick out one, and I'm going to do this basic shimmery one. And I need like a flat surface to do this on. Okay, they're going. I don't have much hope. I don't really know. We'll see how she turns out. She's going right now. I don't really like the holographic I put on it. There's a bunch of air bubbles everywhere. So we'll see. Okay, I don't know if it cut. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is what she's looking like. Again, very, very, very rough draft. Nope, didn't cut all the way through. Dang it. Should I send it through again? I successfully did them. Okay, so I did the stickers and this is what they're looking like. They turned out really cute. But the only thing is the air bubbles. And I don't really know if you can tell the difference with the holographic film over it. And I want them like a smidge bigger, but I think for my first run, they turned out pretty good. And they're really cute and I love them. Okay, hey, hi, hello, besties. Welcome back. Good morning. It's the next day. I have got my coffee right here and I'm going to sit here and work on a coloring video for the Insta and TikTok. And I just thought I would say good morning. My coffee is an espresso pod. Couldn't tell you what flavored an espresso pod it is. Some Ghirardelli caramel syrup and then, or like the thick sauce, like the Ghirardelli thick sauce, some Torani hazelnut syrup, and then I topped it off with some sweet cream. Chobani sweet cream. It's so good. So yummy. Let me show you the page that I'm working on. Okay, so this is our page that we're currently working on, transforming these into like cutie little fairies. This is the second page in my color and order book for my Bobby Goods challenge that I'm doing. So we are just working on these right now. I'm gonna work on this page for a little bit. I really want to do a draw my life, and I think that might be my next video that I work on for posting is a draw my life, because how nostalgic and how fun do you think that would be? And then I would just like illustrate everything on my iPad, because I know some people used to do like it on whiteboards, but I would just do it on Procreate, and then I would do like the slow motion of me talking through it. Ooh, and then I guess I could do kind of like how I do it, if that makes sense. But I feel like the draw my life would be like 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes. That's it. So it wouldn't be very long, but I could do okay, so this is what it's currently looking like. I'm obsessed with the little fairy wings and how it's turning out. This is turning out to be one of my favorite pages I think I've ever done. And I know it's gonna take me so long, so I'm like, do I just turn this video into a part 2? Okay, I'm back in my window because I'm actually going to film a like walking through acrylic marker video. I don't really know. It's just gonna kind of be like how I come about like my thinking process to design a page, because so many of you guys are like, how do you like come up with your idea to do like outside of the page and outside of the line? And I brought my cobalt toolbox because that's where I keep my acrylic markers that I keep on my desk. So I'm gonna do that, and I thought it'd be fun. You guys can just sit and hang out with me while I film this for Instagram and TikTok. Let's do it. I have to set up my microphone. The best. I love Rode. Rode, if you see this, sponsor me. Hit your girl up, because I absolutely love your microphones. My phone might overheat now that I'm thinking about it, because it is blazing sun, blazing heat. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. too. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Hey, hi, hello, coloring besties. Hey, hi, hello, coloring besties. Welcome back. I wanted to make a dedicated video just kind of like expressing my creative thought process because a lot of you ask, like, how do you get the idea to do outside of the lines, and how do you get your ideas to just recreate the page in your way? So I thought I would kind of just like sit down and go through my like creative art process and what I think about and how I do it, and we're just gonna sit and color and yap together. You ready? Are you ready? Okay, so go get your markers and go get your coloring books. I'm just going to be doing acrylic marker right now at this moment because where I'm at on this page. So I have my Cobalt toolbox full of my acrylic markers. If you didn't watch, I posted a video unboxing like my Cobalt. If you didn't watch, I posted an unboxing video showing my Cobalt toolbox that my husband got me for Christmas, and I put my acrylic markers in it and it sits on my desk. So we are just going to hang out and do some coloring together. And let's get into it. We're going to be working on a page from my color and order challenge that I'm doing on my channels. And this is what we're currently working on right now. This is the first like official page, I would say, in my book that this is like for page 1 in my color and order challenge. And we've got a moment that I'm turning into like a fairy scene with all of our besties sitting at the table and they're enjoying some fun snacks, and I've turned them into fairies, and we are working on the moss like cobblestone pavement down here. So this is where we're currently at with it. And if you haven't started your acrylic marker journey, that is a-okay. I absolutely love acrylic markers. Outside of like alcohol markers, I would say acrylic markers are amazing for your coloring journey. So literally the first thing I'm going to do is start to just build on top of the moss with the lighter green. And I've already gone in with this color, but I just like the look of a lot of building and blending together because it just makes it look more realistic. It makes it look like fluffy, and it helps the coloring page look more enhanced and high quality. So all I'm doing is just going over it again with the lighter marker. Now you might be wondering, how did you get the idea to do the fairy wings, and how did you get your ideas to go about and transform the page this way? Well, I just kind of look at the page and then I get inspired as to what I want it to look like. So for instance, I could envision them being princesses. I could envision them being spies. I could envision them being the Powerpuff Girls, right? Like there are so many different ways you could go about creating this page, but personally, I love fairies and I love anything like fantasy, whimsical, majestic. I would love to be a fairy one day and just live in my garden. I love to garden, so fairies are like a big thing for me. So the next thing I'm gonna do is focus on the fairy wings. So I'm gonna go in and do, I think, pink, orange, yellow. I don't know, pink, orange, blue. I definitely am gonna do pink. I'm gonna do our first queen right here. I'm gonna do her pink. So we're gonna focus on her. And when I do my page design and when I do my page layout, I always like to do my big things first, like my big objects, my big visions first, because then that is just like the first thing your eyes attracted to. And then the second thing I like to do is then go into like my outer surroundings. So then we could focus on the building, we could focus on the trees, but we are going to start with the pink fairy wings. And whenever you are building with acrylic markers, I always like to go lightest to darkest because you can always stay at a lighter shade, as if you were to color it darker, it's really hard to go back and retrace your artistic steps. So all I'm going to do is just color her wings pink. And then we'll be able to like add design and add the extra layers on top of it. Okay. All right, we've got her pink wings, and then I think I'm gonna go in and do orange wings for the cutie cat. Oh, this is such a beautiful orange. Oh my goodness. And then I think just because we are gonna be coloring the duck yellow, I wanna go in with a blue, I think, or purple. We could do purple, honestly. Because I feel like the pink, orange, and purple would look better. I don't know. Let's look at the blue. And whenever you're trying to pick your colors, I always like to either take my swatch card, I like to take the marker, or I like to have an additional piece of paper on my side with like a swatch of the color, and then I hold it to like what I'm working on. So yeah, see, I don't like the blue either. What if we did red? Red and yellow? No. We could do like this softer pink. I kind of like this idea. We do like a softer pink. Oh yeah, I love that. Okay, this was a good choice. This is what we're working with so far. I'm obsessed and I love how this is turning out. I'm gonna pause right here with this and just like my thought out. I'm gonna pause right here with this with my creative thought process because I want to go finish coloring it. But let me know if this was helpful for you guys and just kind of like a walkthrough of how I color my pages and I get my like creative thoughts and I can look at it and kind of just transform the page. And let me know what else you guys would love to see from me, and I will see you in my next coloring video. I'm gonna go finish this coloring page and then we will be back.